everybody, welcome to the Dollar Vigilante, helping you to survive and prosper during and after the dollar collapse. We're here at the Texas Bitcoin Conference here in Austin, Texas. I'm with Joseph Wang of Cryptohwwallet.com. It's a site where you can get a lot of hardware wallets for cryptocurrencies. And I really wanted to have this interview because a lot of people are making a lot of money with Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, and I keep hearing about people losing it all the time. So I want to make sure everyone really understands how to secure your Bitcoin a lot better. So I wanted to have Joseph on. We're going to talk about all the different crypto wallets there are and why you should have a crypto wallet. Essentially, how do we even start? Why don't you actually tell us why people should have a crypto wallet?
You had a perfectly valid point. At some point, sometime, people that are getting involved with cryptocurrency, they lose some cryptocurrency. I started with losing 6.5 Bitcoins. That was a couple years ago. Now, obviously, worth $30,000+. That was a painful experience. So that got me involved with finding a better solution to secure Bitcoin. And then I came across with Trezor. And prior to that, I've been in the e-commerce industry for more than 10 years. So bring this product into my field was just an automatic thing. So I started right away. I said, other people should have a Trezor, and then to secure their Bitcoins. After, I said, why don't I bring on all the other wallets? There are 4 of them total together. Make my store a Cryptohwwallet superstore. So that's where the business was born, and then it came about in April of this year.
That's great. I should point out we're at a Wang chain area where they have this nice setup. So I'm not promoting Wang chain. I don't even know what it is. Something to do with Ethereum. But I'd like to thank them for allowing us to sit here to do this interview. It's a little bit quieter space here. But yeah, for people out there, there's a lot of confusion. A lot of people don't really know how to secure their Bitcoin. First thing you should do is if you've got a software sort of wallet, so on a site like blockchain.info or sites like that, make sure you at least have 2FA on it. And so that's something like Google, what's it called? Google Authenticator. Yeah. Make sure so if someone even has your password to get on blockchain.info, that you'll have to actually click on your phone for it to approve accessing it or sending Bitcoin. So that's one way, but by far the more secure way is hardware wallets. So why don't you talk about each of them and what are some of the positives and negatives of each?
Yes, you got that absolutely right. 2FA, just elaborate that a little bit. At least it's an extra layer of extra form of security added to either an exchange or a blockchain.info wallet. So when someone got actually access to that wallet, they need to have one more authentication before they can bypass anything. But even that, I heard from the experts, because now there's U2F, or the FIDO, we call it. It's a new generation of 2FA. That's even more secure. That's embedded on most of these hardware wallets. So starting from there, I'm going to go over all the hardware wallets that are available to newbies, or you're a new investor or you're an old investor. If you have been lazy, haven't been getting your hands on to an access to one of these hardware wallets, it's an absolutely essential tool to have any cryptocurrency with these wallets. So I'm going to start off with basically, there are 4 brands that are being certified by Bitcoin.org. We only will resell these wallets because we feel more comfortable with these experts endorsing these wallets. So we want to sell these wallets. So far, they have been 100% safe. No hacks ever been through these wallets. So I'm going to start with the first one. That's Digital Bitbox, coming from Switzerland. This is a Bitcoin, Ethereum, and ERC20 token wallet. The founder is one of the core developers, Jonas Schnelli and Douglas. They're in Switzerland. This wallet is very solid. It's simple and small. They first started with only Bitcoin support, but now they are adding to other cryptocurrencies as well. And they're going to have the 2nd generation coming out very soon too. Then the second one, everybody knows, this is Trezor by Satoshi Labs. The founder is Alina Renova, the ex-founder, and currently Slush, who also found the Slush pool, and he basically made the Bitcoin mining Stratus protocol for pool mining. And I met him in Prague a couple weeks ago. This is Trezor. They started 2014, one of the best hardware wallets available. That it has an extra added function besides supporting all the major altcoins and Bitcoin. It has a password manager through a Google Chrome plugin. So this is one of the well-known wallets available. We are selling as well. Basically, we carry all of them, of course.
I just want to mention that's the one I have is Trezor.
Yes.
I've been very happy with it.
Yes, basically the original one, it looks like this. We have a Cryptohwwallet leather case, that's why it looks, it's in brown. But the actual wallet people have probably have seen. Actually, I have a gray one. This one did discontinue. Currently, the only available color is black and white. So this is a Trezor. They will have a Trezor 2 early next year. So expecting that.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit before you go on to the other ones. Let's talk about how they kind of work. So a lot of people might be confused. They've never used it before. I have a Trezor, so I can say how it works. Generally, you plug it into your computer. Then you go to the Trezor website, and it will actually put up some numbers on that LCD screen, and you have to type those in. So it's sort of like having a fob, right? It's like having a second level of making sure, and people wouldn't be able to even get that password even if they had a keylogger on your computer, because
you got everything right, except I'll add some information to that. It's very easy to configure. You just get on their website, and then it would prompt you to write down 24 vocabulary words. Those are your master seeds in case you lose your wallet or your wallet ever gets damaged or lost or stolen. And this is a crucial step that you have to make sure those seeds are secure. If anything happened to the wallet, you have those seeds to recover your Bitcoins. If you don't have those seeds, you could lose complete access to it. And then the way they are secure is because there is a microcontroller unit inside the wallet. It's for only one purpose. That's to secure your Bitcoin private key or other cryptocurrencies private key without being compromised when you're accessing the internet or the cloud. That's why it's safe. And then it's a dedicated microcomputer. It does one thing to sign the transaction, sync with the blockchain. It will never leak the information out back to the computer. So even if your computer is virus infected, it will not be able to steal your private key. And it's been proven time after time. They have been having hackathons every year. So
that's great. And I should point out, you can get all these products at dollarvigilante.com/cryptowallet, and you actually get some discounts or some money off of each of the products. So make sure you go through that to get it. Let's go through some of the other ones. Ledger, for example.
Yes, the next big player is Ledger. They're out of France. Obviously, they have two lines being sold available right now. One is the Ledger Blue. They are completely back ordered. We have pre-orders from as early as May. We have not been able to fill. We really want to apologize. I've been on many shows. I've been apologizing, but we should be getting those filled no later than December, as we were promised. We should be getting some units very soon. That's a good news. And then the next one is, this one is probably the one that they sold the most. It's called the Ledger Nano S. A lot of people have seen this. Currently, they're supporting up to 11 cryptocurrencies besides Bitcoin, and then also all the ERC20 tokens. The only downside on this one is at any given time only support up to 5 apps because it has a memory capacity limitation. So you would have to interchange those if you're going to use all 11, you're going to have to only keep 5 and then delete and then reinstall the other 6 and then interchange. When you delete the other app, doesn't mean that your cryptocurrency is lost. It's just that means that you're currently deleting that function, and later you can add it back on and you can regain your access.
So if you have more than 5 cryptocurrencies, you want to get the larger ledger.
Yes, actually both of these will support whatever because they use the same firmware. So
but does this 11. One hold more?
This one has more memory. Yes, at any given time, 8 to 9, it can hold more. Yes. And then this one is already discontinued, but we're the only one having it. This is very economical for people that don't want to spend a whole lot of money to get a hardware wallet. This is one of the best choices. It's currently only selling for $18, $17.99 on our website. Although this is only for Bitcoin, so those of you that are Bitcoin maximalists, it will support Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. It will not support the other altcoins. Okay, and then
that's called the Ledger.
It's called the Ledger HW1.
Okay, so for people out there, you want something cheap and you only do Bitcoin, that might be the one for you.
Yes. We currently still have about a few thousand pieces. We bought all 7,000 pieces from Ledger, so we're by far the largest resellers in the world. We were recognized by Ledger and Trezor that we are their largest resellers in the world. So we have the last one is called the Keep Key. Finally, we got some in stock. Keep Key recently have been acquired by ShipShift.io. They have this their ShipShift.io function embedded inside the wallet, so you're able to exchange tokens inside the wallet for a small amount. So it kind of like serves as an exchange type of function. Yeah. And don't forget, if you want to accessorize these wallets, you see that they're wearing a piece of leather skin. This is Cryptohwwallet's leather case specifically tailored for these wallets. I came up with the idea is when I first got the Ledger Blue, I dropped it. It was so slippery. I said, this needs a case. So nobody makes a case. I came up with the idea. I make a case. I work with a designer in New York. I flew back to China a few times. After 3 months of hard work, we came up with this leather case. It's genuine leather. It's beautifully packaged. Christmas is coming for ladies out there. If you have a husband who has these wallets, it's in a beautiful nice dust bag, like an LV. with a gift card with a real leather. You can smell it and feel it. It's makes a great gift for those who are coming out for Christmas. They all come in a gift box. And we're continuing to add more lines, more colors. Stay tuned. Follow us on Twitter or Facebook, Cryptohwwallet.com.
That's great. I like the way this one looks. What's this one called again?
It's called Keep Key.
Yeah, it's really cool. I think I'm going to get this just because it's cool looking.
Yeah, and without the case, it doesn't look as good.
Yeah, without the case, it looks kind of, but with the case, it looks really cool.
They were first making it a case, but it doesn't fit well. So I think now they dumped it. The new package doesn't have a case anymore. So I have been communicating with them. Probably eventually they're going to get on board, make some for them. Yeah.
Right.
And actually Trezor is already making, we're already making for Trezor, customize the Trezor logo on the front. They should be having that in a month or two, hopefully in time for Christmas.
That's great. Yeah, it's really cool. I went on your website recently and I saw a lot of things are out of stock. So which ones are actually in stock right now? And for the ones that are out of stock, should people be buying them? I guess they get on a waiting list. Is that how it works?
Yes. That's it. So actually the only thing that's out of stock is the Ledger Blue. We used to take pre-orders. Now we stopped taking pre-orders because we were promised a few times that we were going to be able to ship on a certain time, and we failed that because they had supply issues and supply chain issues. So we kind of stopped taking pre-orders. But everything else is in stock. This one, the Ledger Nano S is a little bit behind, but we should be getting a lot of units within a week or two. Everything else is in stock. Everything is in stock except this one. If you see them out of stock, it's probably we had a combination like this one with the case, so that's an extra SKU added together. When this is out of stock, both will be taken out of stock. But theoretically, we have 80% or majority of our models are in stock right now.
That's great. And one of the questions a lot of people ask is about these forks, and they say, well, if I have a Trezor, if I have the Ledger Nano, will I be okay with the fork? Will I get both sides of the fork? And the answer to that generally is yes, because you have the private key on there. You may not, for example, with Bitcoin Gold, you might not be able to access it right away if it's on your Trezor, but you will have it if you want to access it because you do have the private key.
You got that absolutely right. And then all these wallets are they have professionals working behind the scene. So if they don't feel comfortable supporting the new forked off chain, they will not make it available to you. So you should feel almost 100% comfortable if you have these wallets. Just sit back. When they have it available, you will have access to it because they are working. Make sure that everybody gets those free tokens that are being forked off the original chain. So if you're having one of these wallets, you really should have one of these wallets. If you have some exchanges that they don't support, you would automatically lose it. So it's really good investment to have one of these, mostly around $100. To get one, it's worth your time and your money.
Yeah, absolutely. I had the Trezor for the Bitcoin Cash fork, and within a couple of days, they had it already supported, and it was excellent. Whereas if you were holding it on Coinbase, I don't think they've even yet released it to
probably
the people.
In January.
And there's many other exchanges who just didn't support it at all. So you just lost it if you're holding your Bitcoin at those exchanges.
Yes.
So for people, I forgot the question I was going to ask.
I'll continue. Basically, with any of the wallet that you have, is a symbol of you are your own bank. You have 100% of the control because you control the private key. When you have your cryptocurrencies such as like Bitcoin, Litecoin, in an exchange, you are only holding a credential. Basically, when you want to access your tokens, you have to verify who you are. When the exchange senses that you are the right person, they feel like you made all the credentials, then they start mobilizing your cryptocurrencies as your instructions. But you don't have immediate access to those, especially in a large amount. They have to do an internal audit. They want to make sure you are who you are. Although some of the newer people that don't know what to do with these, it may be a viable option. But in the long run, I think if on any of these exchanges, eventually they're going to get hacked. I'm not saying all of them will, but eventually they're going to get hacked because the hackers are behind the scene every single second. They're working hard trying to steal those cryptocurrencies. But with these, you just got a much better control. You have a better opportunity or a better choice of holding your cryptocurrency safer.
Yeah, one of the questions that people will have is what happens if they lose it, right? So if they lose their Trezor or someone steals it, do they lose their cryptocurrency?
No, they don't. That's why at the initial setup, you have those 24, 18, or 12. There are three configurations by the BIP39 protocol that enables you, like KeepKey uses 12 words, Trezor, you can use any 12, 18, or 24. As long as you keep those copies securely and safe in multiple places, you can lose this, you can throw this in the trash. You don't lose your Bitcoins or your other coins because you have those keys. You can always get another wallet or even a web wallet that's compatible, mostly compatible with these protocols, then you can regain access to your tokens. Those are the most important thing. You don't lose the words when you set up. You want to double check, triple check. As a matter of fact, we recommend everybody to get at least 2. So when you set it up, the second one you do an immediate recovery, so you have an extra setup. That recovery serves 2 functions. One is an extra backup. Another function is it will verify the first setup that you did is correct. So when you do that, so you verify yourself the first set of keys, the 24 words that you wrote down is correct, because the second one that you're trying to recover, it verifies that. So right away you have 2 copies. You keep one in your safe box. The other one you have a lot better peace of mind. So always try to get 2 if you have the resources. We always recommend. That's why we sell the 2-packs.
That's great. And so let's say
form of redundancy.
Let's say you've got Bitcoin on here and I steal it. What stops me from stealing your Bitcoin, even if I steal the actual treasure?
Yes. So basically there are at least 2 mechanisms that will secure this. One is the first. If you set up a password, you have to know the password. Now, every time you fail to input the correct password, it's up to 6 to 9 pins. If you fail to do that, it delays the process for you to input that password again. Now, if you do it more than, I believe, 12 times, it probably asks you to wait for 24 hours. So it's very hard to crack this code. And then if you do crack it, there's another layer of security called passphrase. Now, you can put any amount of Bitcoin behind a passphrase. That passphrase can be random, it's case sensitive, so anybody that get access to this without knowing your passphrase, they would not be able to get access to that. And then even if they have access, say, online, without pressing the physical button, they will not be able to transfer any of the Bitcoins, any of the tokens. So they have thought of basically any possible scenario for hacks, or any different scenarios, even like you being robbed at gunpoint. If you hide it behind the password, they don't know which one you have. All that information is on Trezor's document.
Yeah, that's great. And you can have different passphrases too. So I have, actually you can have no passphrase also. So I have like 0.01 Bitcoin on my no passphrase. So if anyone ever comes up and they're like, hey, give me your Bitcoin, I'll be like, oh, here's my treasure. There's 0.1 Bitcoin on it.
That is a good idea, but everybody knows you have way more than 0.1. So you might want to put a little bit more than 0.1, maybe put 2 or 3, save your life.
My point is that you can be very tricky. So if you're crossing a border or something and a government goes, how much Bitcoin you got in there? Oh, 0.1.
Yes. I don't really think the government even understands to that.
Not yet, but they will. They will.
But what it is that, I give you an example of how to understand this. Say you're at a bank. So all the teller have their money in the bank, in the drawer. That's like I call it a lobby. So the robber will come and just get the easy one, the low-hanging fruits. But they have other safes behind the doors. So the passphrase, behind the passphrase are the different safes. They could have multiple safes. So the robber is not gonna go that extra step, because the police are probably going to come. Someone already called the police. They're going to just take the money and go. So that's an extra layer of security when you hide your cryptos behind the different passphrases.
Yeah, and it doesn't show that you have different passphrases.
It doesn't.
So as far as anyone knows, you don't have any Bitcoin. And as long as, for whatever reason, you don't tell them, they could never find it. So,
Correct.
So these are by far the best way to store your Bitcoin. So definitely check it out, cryptohwwallet.com. But actually just go to dollarvigilante.com/cryptowallet and you'll get some discounts. Do you know what kind of discounts people get?
Yes. Basically, if you go through Dollar Vigilante's link, the affiliate link, yes, you have 5% off on all the leather cases that we sell. And if you spend more than $100, you get $5, which is also 5%. But if you beyond that, I think the most is $5 off at this point, because a lot of the wallets, the margin is getting thinner and thinner because a lot of competition. But definitely, cryptohwwallet.com is the best place that you can buy, because you can just come to one website. You're able to compare all the wallets at the same stop. We offer free shipping in the U.S., free crypto T-shirts. There's a buyer's guide. It gives you a comparison side by side, which wallet does what it supports, the price point, how well it's rated by the user, by the pros, how user-friendly it is. So all that information is on our website, cryptohwwallet.com. Well, you can follow us on Twitter and Facebook. We continue to update everywhere we go. We update things like where we are, when there's new forks, when new wallets are making updates, new firmware updates, all those we continue to update, so it's kind of easier to feature information.
That's great, and you'll also be at Anarchapulco. You're a gold sponsor of Anarchapulco and CryptoPoco, which is coming up February 15th to the 18th. And so if you actually want to come down to Anarchapulco and CryptoPoco, you'll be there, and I'm sure you'll have a number of things if you just want to meet in person and check it out in person, right?
Yes, I'll be there.
Great. So that's it for the Dollar Vigilante. I just wanted to make sure we got this video out there. We've never talked in the past before about how to secure your Bitcoin. By far is the hardware wallet. So check it out at dollarvigilante.com/cryptowallet. I'd like to thank Joseph for coming on with us and helping you to secure your Bitcoin. I'm tired of hearing about people losing their Bitcoin, so definitely get a hardware wallet. And that's it for the Dollar Vigilante here from the Texas Bitcoin Conference. The Dollar Vigilante helping you to survive and prosper during and after the dollar collapse.
Wait, this video just scratched the surface. The attacks from big government and central banks are just starting. To survive today's economic chaos, you need to understand topics ranging from Bitcoin and cryptocurrency to the latest misinformation from the Federal Reserve, what the central banks are up to, and how big government is encroaching on your life. Subscribe to this channel now, and don't forget to click the bell beside the subscribe button to make sure you never miss a single video. Take responsibility for your own future and make your personal world a better place. Share this video with your friends and subscribe now. We're all in this together.